of course, the gardener comes right now. Right the second that I wanted to film an intro. Fantastic. Ain't no telling.
It's all yeah. Can't wait to let it go. Walk up in my label like Jennifer. I ain't reply. Let her know I read it though.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a cranberry sparkle smoky-ish eye. I guess it's very dark and dramatic, but that's the theme here for my fall tutorials. I'll do something a little bit subtle in my next one, but basically I have this glitter. This is by Lit Cosmetics and it's in the color Festive, and it's been sitting in my drawer for a pretty long time and I haven't played with it. So I decided that I wanted to incorporate it in one of my next tutorials, so that's what I did. I have it all over my eyes and I think that it is beautiful. It is so cool. It really stands out. It's super sparkly and I can't stop looking at my lids in my mirror. I ended up accidentally smoking out my lower lash line a little bit darker than I wanted. So you guys don't have to do that. You don't have to make it so dark. It looks equally as nice without such a smoked out dark lower lash line. I feel like if you don't smoke it out as dark, it's a little bit more daytime wearable, and with the dark black smoked out, it's a little bit more nighttime appropriate. So you guys can decide on what you want to do with this look. As usual, you guys don't have to use every single product that I use. You can swap it out for something in your collection that either you like better or something that you have that is similar to what I am using. If you guys enjoyed this tutorial, then please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you guys want to see next. Either a fall tutorial, some sort of tag or something, anything that you guys want to see me film next, just let me know in the comments below and I would love to get that video up for you. And without further ado, if you want to see how I created this look right here, then please keep watching. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is prime our eyelids. I am using Soft Ocre Paint Pot by MAC, and I am blending that out all over my lid with my finger to get rid of any redness and discoloration. Then I'm going to go ahead and set that with Blanc Type by MAC, and this is just a Sonia Kashuk brush. I want to make sure that I'm setting that base so that the colors that I blend over top do not skip and they have something to blend into. Next, I am taking Makeupgeek's Creme Brulee eyeshadow, and I'm taking that on a Sigma E25 blending brush, and I am going to start blending that straight into the crease, and I am going to be building up this color until it is pretty visible in the background, because this is going to be our transition shade, because we are going to be blending out a lot of deeper and darker shades over top. So I'm just blending that back and forth from inner corner to outer corner. Next, I'm going into my Lorac Pro palette and I'm taking the shade Mauve, and I am going to be going over that Makeupgeek Creme Brulee right in the crease. I'm bringing it a little bit further down and I'm going to be starting to deepen this color. Again, I'm taking it back and forth from inner corner to outer corner, and I'm using the same E25 blending brush by Sigma. Next, I'm going in with Makeupgeek's Bitten eyeshadow. This is just a bit more of a red tone shade. I wanted to put this in because we are using a cranberry colored sparkle glitter over top on the lid, so this is going to help bring that color together into the eye look. So I'm just blending this a little bit lower down into the crease, and I'm making sure again to blend it all the way from outer to inner corner. Then I'm picking up Deep Damson by MAC Cosmetics, which is just a deep purple, and I'm taking that on a Makeupgeek Soft Dome brush, and I'm taking that a little bit more precisely into the crease to deepen it up even further. You can use whatever colors that you guys have in your collections that are similar to what I am using. You don't have to use the exact shades, but all we are doing is deepening up this crease with berries and cranberry shades, and I'm going to go ahead and deepen it up even more with a black. I am barely touching my brush into this eyeshadow and placing it into the crease, and I'm going to be blending this out with my E25 brush that we were using earlier. I do not want this to be too intense, but I do want it to deepen up the crease, and we're going to go back in with more black later. After we have that black blended out, I am going to be going in with Anastasia Beverly Hills Sangria eyeshadow, and I am placing this all over the lid so that when we put the glitter over top of it, none of our natural shade on our eyelid is going to be peeking through. So I'm just placing this all over my lid with a brush from Zoeva, and I will put the number in the description box because I forgot it off the top of my head. But now we are going in with Lit Cosmetics Festive Glitter and its adhesive. I am first going to be putting down the glitter glue with a synthetic brush, and then I am going to pick up the glitter and place it over top where I put down the glue. You guys may experience some fallout when you are applying the glitter to the lids, and that is why I decided to do my eyeshadow before my foundation today. But once this stuff dries, I swear to you, this glitter will stay put all day. I filmed this tutorial at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I came home at 10 o'clock at night, and it was still on my lids. It hadn't faded, nothing fell off. It was exactly like it was when I first put it on, and this stuff is amazing, I kid you not. So now I'm going to go back in with a little bit more black and add a little bit more deepness and darkness into the crease area. I'm just placing a little bit and then blending it out with the Makeupgeek Soft Dome brush. And then we are going to clean up any fallout of glitter that fell down on the face, and we're going to go ahead with our foundation. So for foundation today, I am using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte foundation, and I'm using it in the shade 104 in the center of my face, and I'm going to go ahead and place 106 around the perimeter of my face because I am in between two shades, so I thought that I would add a little bit of dimension with the two colors, and I want to put the lighter shade in the center of my face, so that is what I am doing, and I'm blending that out with a beauty blender. I find that this foundation works best when it is blended out with a beauty blender and not with a brush. I find that when I use a brush, it just kind of sits on the top of my skin instead of melting into it, and that's what the beauty blender does. It kind of makes it one with your skin instead of letting it just sit on the surface. Because it is such a matte formula, I feel like it looks less cakey and less intense when I blend it in with the beauty blender. So now I'm going in with my concealer. I am using the Naked Skin Concealer, and I'm using it in two shades, and I will list the names of them in the description box below because I always forget the names of these concealers because they are weird, because they're like neutral and warm and cool and I don't even know what. So I'm just placing that and I'm highlighting my face, and I'm going to be blending that out with my damp beauty blender. This is my favorite way to blend out my concealer. And then I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, and I'm going to be cooking in certain areas of my face, and I'm placing the powder on with my beauty blender. I am just putting some powder underneath my eyes, around my nose because I get very oily there, and I'm putting it underneath where I am going to be bronzing and contouring as well to make sure that I'm kind of coloring in between the lines, if you will. So now I'm going in with my Hoola bronzer by Benefit, and I am going to be bronzing up my skin. After that, I'm going to be going in with my Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion in the shade 25L, and I'm going to be warming up my skin with that. Now I'm just taking a little bit of Hoola Bronzer by Benefit on my NARS Ita brush, and I'm just lightly contouring my nose. Now I'm going to be dusting away all of the powder on my face, and then we are ready to work on our lower lash line. So the first shade I'm taking is Creme Brulee. We are going to be mimicking what we have going on in the crease, so I'm just blending that out first on my lower lash line, and then I'm going to be going in with Bitten, blending that out over top, and then I'm going to go in with a little bit of the shade from MAC Cosmetics called Deep Damson, and I'm going to be blending that out over top of both of those shades. And then I'm going to be going in with a little tiny drop of the color Black, but I'm not even dipping my brush back into the black. I'm just using whatever is left over on the brush from before. Now I'm going to be going in with some black eyeliner, and I accidentally put a little bit too much and blended out the black a little bit too harshly, like I said in the beginning of this video. So if you guys are not into that look, then you don't have to do this step. Just keep the lash line, you know, bare from any eyeliner, and it won't be this intense. But now I'm going in with some mascara, and I'm throwing on some lashes. These are the Bianca lashes from Lena Lashes. And then I'm going to go ahead and highlight. I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighters. I'm using both Starlight and So Hollywood, which is excessive. You don't have to do that, but I wanted to layer them because I am obsessed with both colors and I could not decide. But now we're going to go ahead with the last step, which is the lips, and I'm using Anastasia liquid lipstick in the shade So Hollywood. And once you are done putting on the lip, then we are finished with this look. You just want to make sure that you set your face with some sort of setting spray. I layered MAC Fix Plus and the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Makeup Setting Spray, and that is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.